I'm Randy Appleton. I'm one of the attorneys here with Shapiro, Cooper, Lewis, and Appleton. I'd like to take a few minutes to discuss considerations involved in the settlement of any type of personal injury claim that involves an infant, which legally typically is a child beneath the age of 18. Usually in these situations, a court needs to get involved in the settlement process and actually approve the settlement. The reason for this is that the settlement is actually a legal contract between the defendant and the plaintiff, or the negligent party and the injured party, and a child beneath the age of 18 is not legally competent to enter into a binding agreement. In most states, what needs to happen is that a court has to review the terms of the settlement, which is typically done upon a petition which is filed either on behalf of the child or by the defendant. The court then appoints an independent attorney, typically called a guardian ad litem, who will review the terms of the settlement, make sure that the settlement terms are fair and complete and in the best interest of the child, who will then report back to the court at a hearing. At that hearing or settlement hearing, the court will also inquire as to whether or not the child and the family are satisfied with the legal representation that they've received, whether or not they have any questions concerning the settlement, and whether or not they're satisfied with the terms of the settlement. Provided all those answers are answered in the affirmative and the court approves the settlement, it will then enter an order which makes a binding legal agreement between the child and the defendant, discharges the defendant, and provides the child with legally binding protection according to the terms of the settlement. So, anytime you have a claim which involves an injury to a child, it's very important that you consult legal representation to ensure not only that the terms of the settlement are fair and in the best interest of the child, but also that the proper procedures are followed so that an enforceable settlement is reached, so that in the event that the child needs to enforce the terms of the agreement later, they have the full authority of the court to fall back upon for protection.